Look at what we've brought you today. What a creamy texture. What delicious rice. It's truly amazing. And I guarantee you the recipe is super easy and always turns out great. It doesn't get overcooked. Look, wow, what an amazing pot on the plate. Don't even get me started. You have to make this recipe. You're going to love it. It's delicious. Let's go with the first recipe, prawns. 6 of them. Is that enough for you? 6, 7, 5. You can choose the number. We peel them. Here I go. And the shell. Or the skin, or the shell, or the armor, or whatever it's called. We set it aside. Let's go. The meat on one side and the shells on the other. And with them we're going to make an incredible broth. And the other part, the meat, we set aside for the end. We start by preparing a spectacular stock. Here we go. You put them in a pot, the heads and the shells, and you toast them for a few seconds. There I am. If we crush them, even better, because we get more juice out of them. We're gonna add a shot of brandy, 30 milliliters. Here I go. In it goes. I'll tell you in advance, if you do it with rum, it also turns out really tasty. 20 seconds to let it evaporate, and a pinch of salt. We lower the heat, add a liter of water, and we're going to let it sit here for 25 minutes on low heat. Medium-low heat, 2 cloves of garlic, 3 if you really like it, but no more. Don't overdo it. We're gonna chop it like this into small cubes and put it straight into the pot with the hot oil so it starts to brown. We're gonna add to our base to make it amazing. Green pepper and red pepper. Each one has its own flavor and together they turn out great. We chop them into cubes because I want to have different textures in the rice as well. So I won't chop them too small, just like this, into the pot where I had the garlic. That way it will cool down a bit and the garlic, which is already golden, will stop frying so quickly. A pinch of salt so it sweats. As good cooks say, medium heat, and we'll be right back. Next ingredient, squid. 300 grams of squid to give it real flavor. I cut them up like this. I remove the fins and then cut them into pieces. Some people peel off the outer layer, but I don't think it's necessary because it adds color and flavor. So everything goes into the pot. See? Our pepper is already soft. So now we add our pieces of squid and we're going to add their share of salt. And we'll cook for 5 more minutes or more until they're like this, you see? They've already changed color and are pinker. Next ingredient, fried tomato. 3 tablespoons of fried tomato. Like this, I'm gonna add them directly to the pot. Right when our squid are pink, as I mentioned. We stir it, and this is going to give it a lot of flavor and also color. Next ingredient, white wine. In for 20 seconds on high heat so the alcohol evaporates, and then 20 minutes on medium heat with the lid on. After the time has passed, look how amazing they already look. We add a teaspoon of paprika to give it some kick. We stir for 20 seconds and then we move on to the rice. 200 grams of rice, 1 cup. Round rice. We add the rice. You already know the ratio is 1 part rice to 3 parts of broth for this type of rice. We stir for 20 seconds and this step is done. Well, we hadn't forgotten about the fumate. Here it is. And what we're going to do is strain it to avoid any little pieces of shrimp, shell, anything we don't want, any impurities. And we're going to start preparing the first glass. See? There it is. With this, I'm going to make perfect measurements. 3 parts of this broth and 1 part of rice. Foolproof. 1 part of broth. Let's go. And we're gonna add the 3 we talked about. There it is. Plus, it's warm, just like it should be, but not too hot. And 3 parts of broth. Come on. we add the right amount of salt. Salt to taste. We're going to add a few strands of saffron so you can tell there's some power in it. We stir a little and cook for 20 minutes over medium-low heat. Don't forget to stir from time to time so the rice releases its starch and turns out nice and creamy. Perfect! This has been cooking for 12 minutes. I'll give it a good stir. If needed, I'd add a bit more broth, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it's going to turn out perfect. Come on! 20 minutes have passed. And this is wonderful. Now we turn off the heat and we'll continue right away. Well, with the heat off and taking advantage of the residual heat, it's time to add it back in. Our prawns, and you could also use shrimp or large prawns, will cook in 2 minutes. So it couldn't be easier. We just place them on top. As soon as you have them, we put the lid on, and while they cook, we also let our rice rest. So it turns out spectacular. There you go. That looks amazing. We've got it ready. Look how wonderful it looks. And now all that's left is to take it to the table and enjoy. Just look! To the table. Creamy rice. Look at that creamy texture. It's spectacular. Honestly, this rice turns out amazing. I love it. With these little shrimp, with these squid, this rice is a real showstopper, and it's also super easy to make. So it's all advantages. Creamy rice. Who can top that? What a show!